Hello, beautiful souls. I am Genna Rose Giannetti, your love and spiritual coach. Today, I want to be open and vulnerable and reveal and show you my crazy. I want to show you my irrational. I want to be vulnerable and open and share with you guys my deepest feels, to try to encourage each and every one of you guys to recognize that you are not alone, that you are fine, that you are not crazy, that you're in a good place. Just for a moment, as you stare at me and I can't look back at you, I want you to just raise your hand gently, all alone, if you feel lonely. Raise your hand if you feel hurt. Raise your hand if you feel abandoned. If you ever feel unworthy. If you ever feel like life's just not what you anticipated it to be. If you feel like maybe that fairy tale life is just not for you, but it's for other girls. If you ever think, oh, maybe I should settle. If you feel that you are unlovable. If you repeat in your mind and words that you are not worthy. That you feel that no one loves you. If you repeat in your mind, I'm never going to find a partner. I'm never going to get married. I won't have children. If you've ever felt that, then I just want to be open and honest and be vulnerable with you guys that you guys are not alone. Because even as a love coach, even as a spiritual teacher, even as someone who is in partnership with someone who I know loves me, I still struggle with this. I have a running tape in my mind that's constantly on rerun that says I'm unlovable. I have this constant tape in my head that tells me that I'm not wanted, that I'm not desired, that I'm not needed, that my partner is going to leave me at any moment and that he doesn't actually love me. And I've had this tape on rewind my whole entire life, and it still hasn't gone away. And this tape has ruined the majority of every single relationship that I ever had with every man. All because I was seeking love outside of me. And I felt that I needed marriage. I thought that marriage was the ultimate way to show that they love you. And even when I found the guy, even now, while I have the guy, I still look for reasons that he doesn't love me, that he doesn't desire me, that he doesn't want me. And sometimes the love still feels unreal. He'll come up and he'll hug me and he'll kiss me and he'll say he loves me. And I question it and I literally say, do you really? Do you really love me? I still doubt it. These feelings, they still are there. But as a love coach, as a spiritual teacher, I have found the tools that when I catch myself doing these things, I catch myself feeling unloved, feeling unworthy. Every time this tape goes on, I have to stop, meditate, and be mindful and find out what it is that I do to brainwash myself into thinking and believing something different. I have to stop and look for the evidence of where I am the one in my partner's life. I have to stop and look for the evidence that my partner does love me. The practice of being loved, the practice of being wanted, is a practice. There may always be a little voice inside your head that makes you feel like you're unloved, even when you have a fairy tale perfect relationship. And I'm a true believer it can be. The truth is, love is not for the faint-hearted. Love is a battlefield, as the song goes. No one challenges you more than the person you love most. No one helps you grow more than the person you love most. The person you love is your reflection, your biggest reflection. And it's a practice. For all those that are feeling unloved and unworthy, I want to let you know that you are not alone. But there are tools that you can use when you're feeling this way. And you start by finding these tools by first just observing you're crazy and recognizing you're irrationalist. Recognizing when you're being irrational. And asking yourself, why is it that you are self-sabotaging yourself from joy, from happiness? And actually going inward to find the point that this may have started. Or simply just rerouting yourself in the moment. It's like driving the car and recognizing that you went the wrong way. Do you continue to drive in the wrong direction? Or do you turn around, pull in a parking lot, and go back the other way? It would be ridiculous if you recognized you were going the wrong way driving down the road, but you still continue to go the wrong way, knowing you're going the wrong way. But we do this. We do this with our feelings, with our emotions, with our thoughts. And just like you would turn the car around, you have to turn your thinking around. You have to turn your mind around. Go inward. Meditate. Journal. Let it go. And it's a practice. And every single time you use these tools, it becomes easier and easier and easier. And the truth is, I am not here to spread false knowledge. There will always be a vibration where you will feel unloved. Because as Newton's first law of physics goes, energy is neither created or destroyed. And your feelings and your thoughts of being unloved is energy. So that energy will always be there. But when you use these tools of being mindful, of observing your thoughts, observing your feelings, instead of reacting to them, then you get farther and farther and farther away from the reality where you feel unloved. Until it's once a week that you feel unloved, until it's once a month that you feel unloved, until it's once a year that you feel unloved, until it's every 5 years that you feel unloved. It gets better with time. But just like you have to study for an exam, you have to study and take the tools and the practices to feel your love, to feel your worthiness. It's natural and it's normal to have these feelings. And that's okay. It's okay. So I show you my crazy. I'm irrational. I still feel unloved. Just today, if you are in partnership, I recommend you do this. Today, my partner walked into the bedroom. And when he walked in, I was really feeling unloved by him. And I had to stop myself and say, I feel like I have a running tape in my head that tells me you don't love me. Where he had to stop and say, why do you feel that way? And I said, because you don't share me to the world, because you don't defend me, because you aren't presenting me or giving me love in my love language. You give me love in your love language. And he said, I do love you, Genna. And I had to be open, and I had to open up myself and say, how can I know that you love me when I'm feeling irrational, when I'm feeling unloved by you? What tools can you give me to know that you love me? To help me to remind myself. And that's the homework assignment that I want to give each and every one of you. If you are in partnership, I want you to be open and vulnerable and honest and be able to show your naked heart. Be able to strip naked and expose your heart and say, this is how I'm feeling to your partner, without being fearful of you sounding crazy or psychotic or that there's something wrong with you, but simply saying, this is how I feel, this is my bleeding heart. And allowing yourself to be so confident that no matter how your partner holds your heart, that you will be okay. Because at that point, once you show your naked heart, you show your naked vulnerability to your partner, it's then their responsibility of how they carry your heart. But you have to take the first step to be vulnerable. And if you can't be vulnerable, then you have some work to do in your relationship. Be open and honest with your partner about you're crazy. And for all of you singles out there, whenever you're feeling unloved and unworthy, do the same and look for proof that you are loved, that you are worthy. Whether it's simply in a kiss of your dog, or it's a friend calling you on the phone, or your mother sending you a surprise gift. Look for reasons that you are loved. And in the moment, as quick as you can turn your car around, it might take you 10 minutes to realize you're going the wrong way. But as soon as you realize that you're going downhill, that you're going in the wrong direction, turn your car around. Close your eyes, observe your behavior, meditate, journal, and repeat the affirmations, I am loved, I am worthy, and look for ways that you are loved and you are worthy. You are not alone. I am crazy, you are crazy. It's a crazy human species that we are, but we are all beautifully crazy. So be open, be vulnerable, and be honest. Let me know if this helps.